This is Dope for Life with the Hyperview podcast. Today, I am here at the Standing on Business Mixer, right? And I am with one of the guests. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? I am Terry Griffin, the mayor of personal brand content creation.
I've been loving like the mayor and like the whole campaign you've been running. It's been beautiful.
I appreciate it.
I'm a stalker. I'm gonna let you know. I stalk your page. I watch it, and then I realized you were like lined up with a lot of people who like I would like to be my mentor. So I was like, oh, this is. So I'm a kind of person where it's like I don't like to burn bridges and I don't like to waste people's time. So like I want to wait till I'm like ready and I know I could go. And I already did it once to you, so I was like, no, wait. Like you gotta wait.
So my question is, how do you know when you're
Man, that's a good one. For me, right? My ready was my business can pay for this.
Okay.
Right? Because I was like, as a man who has a family, I have a job, like all these other things, I have been taking the wrong types of step with how I was spending my business income. So I really wanted to get everything very situated with the business to where the business was paying for the business expenses, right? So it wasn't that I couldn't technically pay for it. It was I wanted to get to the stage where my business could pay for it, if that makes any sense.
For sure,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. A lot. The reason I ask that because a lot of people like they feel they got to get to a certain point
Right.
before they can able to reach for help. And the analogy I like to use is if I get shot, I'm not going to wait till I get better. I'm gonna go get the help now.
Right.
And
Yeah.
So it's like you don't get better to go to the hospital. You go to the doctor to get better. So
Right.
it's just a lot of times people are waiting to get better to then get help.
Get
But it's
right.
just like you get the help.
You get the
now,
help so that you can get better. No,
For
100%.
sure.
Don't be me. Don't be me. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it for myself. It's just an excuse, right? Any reason you're not doing something you know you should do, you're bought an excuse you told yourself because you're the only person that knows every lie you told to yourself, right? So you're it's much easier for you to give yourself a reason why you can't do something and believe it than anybody else. So it's just an excuse. Don't let me try to act like I'm trying to get out of it.
My word for the month, just justifying, right? We like to justify a lot.
Right.
So it's just like, oh, I want
Right.
to do this, but I'm gonna justify it by
Mm.
saying this, right? So
Right.
we justify a lot of our excuse to not do with something
It's things that we, and that's the crazy thing. It's things we know we should do,
for sure.
right? Like
For
it's
sure.
like we know we should do it, but we haven't got like maybe that moment of truth or moment of clarity because really it's just the fear of why you haven't gone to the other side. But then once you get to that, like just doing it, you realize, oh man, what was I afraid of? What was I not doing this for? Like
For sure.
that's crazy.
It's like, all right, I'm going to the gym.
Right.
So because I'm going to the gym, when I go to the store and I drink this soda or I eat this piece of candy, I'm gonna justify me eating this candy.
Because I'm going to the gym.
I'm going to the
Right.
gym today, so
Right. I can have a piece of candy.
Have a piece of candy. Right? We justifying it, but knowing
Right.
we don't need.
No. You're right. But I just wanted to let you know, I really see, like I see your content and I am impressed with your consistency and it helps me, to be honest. Like, I feel like I'm a thief because I really do. Like I'll just go through people's like that I really like. I go through their pages and I get energy from your consistency. You know what I mean? Like just seeing that you're still doing it helps. Like, oh, okay, it's
I
doing
do the same thing.
because I know it's not easy. You know what I mean? Like regardless of what you're showing, I know there's some back end issues, troubles, problems, whatever the case. Life still goes on. So to know that you're still consistent, still coming out, and you're giving the 100% forward, like that gives me energy. You know what I mean? Regardless of if I see it or not, I know what's happening.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, one of the things I teach is just gotta copy the right cat. No, it's
Straight up.
copycat world.
Yeah.
Popeyes was big on just selling this chicken sandwich, but everybody else doing.
Get a chicken
Selling
sandwich.
chicken sandwich.
Right.
So once you're seeing something that's successful, you gotta know how to make it your own.
Right.
Push out the same thing.
Right.
Definitely. I'm still on social media, looking at different people.
Right.
And seeing the ideas and all. Hey, I like this. How can I make this work for me and my
Right. Learning to love learning.
Yeah.
Like falling
Yeah.
in love with just
Always
keep I don't think there's ever been a point where I was like, I got enough.
It's never.
I got enough. I think I've done it twice, and both times I failed. Both times. You will. The moment you stop adding knowledge, right, you're regressing. Because everything is continuing to grow and get better, and features are changing, and you know what I mean? So the moment you start being stagnant, you're moving backwards. You're not doing nothing. You're moving backwards because everybody else is moving forward. At all.
If you're not moving forward, if you're not winning, doing.
Yeah, you losing. You going backwards. You know what I mean? So how did you get linked up with the Standing on Business Mixer? Okay, so they just reached out?
They just reached out.
That's beautiful.
Slid in my DM, was like, I'm having this event. I would love for you to come and network. And, maybe say a few words. And I was just like, what day is it?
So you're supposed to be a panelist? Yeah. You're supposed to speak? Okay, great. Okay, cool.
I'm like, what day is it?
Yeah.
My calendar.
It's free?
Nothing. I'm like,
we're going to make it happen. That's great. I'm trying to get to your level. People don't be reaching out to me, asking me out. I'll be hitting them up. Hey, you guys need somebody for the camera? Like, hey, but you got to get in how you fit in.
Listen, I'm going to reach out to you for my next video.
Hey, I will be there. I will be there. It's nice. It's simple. We can sit down and have conversations, get to know each other. That's really what I started the podcast because I don't really talk to people. Like it's not that I don't. I'm a talkative person. It's just like those first introductions are kind of difficult for me. Like reading rooms and stuff like that. I'm not a big networking person. Like it's more difficult. So instead of just being like, I'm not a networking person. Okay, work on it. How is better to work on it than sitting down and talking to people? Come talk.
Everybody needs content and everybody.
It's a win-win. I get to work on the skill. You get some content. We can push out. And I tell everybody who comes on, hey, use this as a platform to push whatever you got going on. Whatever you got going on, Because we got so many talented people out here. Like the people like you, other people that I follow that are all kind of in the Sacramento area or greater Sacramento area, we all kind of float in our little silos, And I've seen over the years people try to kind of bridge those gaps, and I know that there's some issues there, but overall, I feel like there's no reason why we can't. There's more than enough for everybody to succeed. There's more than enough.
I don't start
for me to eat. I've never had to turn out a light bulb for one of these to turn brighter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that. But that's the mentality is like, oh no, I got to turn yours out. Like
we have this mentality. I want to be the one. I want the man. I want one. Things like that, right? And it's okay to have that. It can't be in this form of like, you're just so stuck to where you don't want to work with other people. You're so stuck to bash other people.
Right.
Collaboration is going to be, nobody makes it by themselves.
This is the economy of the strategic partnership. You know what I mean? And so if you're trying to do it on your own, you're already a leg behind, right? Because there's people building super machines to make money, right? That are all interconnected and we're going to protect every piece of it. So if you coming in trying to take a piece of that, right? You got 6 other people that don't want you to succeed because they all are working together. So if you're trying to do it on your own, you're already kind of working from a step back.
Let's say this event.
Right.
It's like, okay, I'm going to put on this event. Reach out to you to bring some people.
Right.
I'm like, you to do this task. Hey, can you bring your camera out and interview some people? Right?
Delegate.
So now I'm delegating the task, but now it's a well-oiled machine. All getting so much out, growing. So as we move on to the next one, we're still growing.
Right.
Where a lot of people fail at on event is like, I'll put on an event, I'll do one recap video, and that's it. But it's just like,
right.
So much more content that you can.
I think the marketing and branding side, a lot of people just like, they just don't know it. And it's not even that you don't know it. Like, yeah, they just don't know it. Because it's a lot more that you need to do than what most people are doing. You know what I mean?
So, how many?
I've had, let's say 6.
6. So let's say you got 6 interviews. Mm-hmm. Let's say just 3 pieces out of each. That's 18 pieces of content that you got. If you post that one day of the week, you got content for a month.
For a whole month?
For one event.
Look, listen, I'm gonna capture that, and you're gonna go on my Instagram page. This is why you need to book.
Exactly.
But it's serious, yeah.
need more than one video recap of your.
And then how much of it can you realistically do? You're running an event. You probably need to speak. You got to mingle. You can't sit down and do 16 interviews or 5 interviews or 8 where you got to be here and focus on this person and 16 other, right? So usually that's what I do when I reach out to people. I'm like, hey, because I've run events before. So I'm like, hey, I know you got a lot of hats on. You got anybody coming to do videos? No, I got you. Don't worry. Right? Because that's one less thing you don't got to worry about. And you know you need some footage. That's most of the time when you're at an event, they either don't have somebody with a camera or they got that one guy kind of walking around doing the pics, right? But very rarely will people come out and do full-blown interviews. So I thought it was a kind of a niche in the market with all the events that are going on, right? I don't have to make events. I just show up.
Everybody needs your service. Everybody needs his service. I'm telling you right now.
I got the Terry check. I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm finna celebrate. It's Saturday.
Where we going after?
Straight up. It is like, I don't know. I love this mixer. I love that they're putting it on. I'm loving the energy of the people that are out here. What were you going to give to the people here for today? For your speech?
For me, honestly, it was just encouragement.
Okay.
Right? Encouragement, and selfishly exposure for myself.
Okay.
Gonna do both.
Yeah.
Gotta take advantage of the opportunity that's
yeah.
Right? But then also, what people don't know is the best way to take advantage of opportunity in front of you is by getting.
100%.
I can come here and give help, advice. I can get a mic, give a quick speech, or give somebody some game, get some stuff, and then the information I'm giving you, you can apply it to your business, to your social media right now.
Right now.
And then people are like you have a conversation today, people are like, oh, that's smart. I didn't think of that. Okay. You know what, man?
We need to talk, right? Exactly.
So like, I give because I know that either there's information or
it's going to be a quick way for me to identify if you're my client or not, or like if you're your potential client, right? Was this information helpful? If it was, I have way more of it.
Yeah.
Was it not helpful? Cool, get out my face. Like,
you just imagine
what you can give me. And exactly. This year, after I started the podcast, there was 2 things that I wanted to work on. One, I wanted to work on growing relationships. And then 2, I was like, I have great ideas. I love business and I know how business works. I'm horrible at marketing and branding. So my idea was, okay, read a book on marketing and branding every month this year until, I won't say I'm an expert, but I should know way more about it than I do now, right? And one of the things that you were talking about was utility. Like, it's a book I'm reading, it's called Utility, and it's about like being useful, right? Giving out useful information up front so that when you come top of mind, it's like, hey, I remember that guy gave me, because that's how people think, you know what I mean? And when you give a person something for free, right, they automatically almost feel like they owe you. Right. Like and it's not like a manipulation type. It's just I'm freely giving to you. And if you could use it, right, and it was helpful to you, in your mind, you feel like I gave you something and you want to reciprocate, right? So it's a beautiful way to market and stay top of mind without being pushy. Right. I didn't come here to sell anything. I'm helping out.
And I think that you said something that I don't want people that see this past. You said that you're reading.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of people don't in the book
they have all the answers.
And I think it comes from like us growing up and being forced to read books
that we didn't like and didn't give us no utility.
Therefore, we don't like read.
Right.
But once we start reading about whatever it is that we're trying to learn, like whatever it is that you want to do in life, it's book.
Even if it's 20 years old.
You want to be happy, books will have to be more happy.
Yep.
You want to learn about marketing, there's plenty of
books on marketing. Yeah.
So like in my community of entrepreneurs, we have books. So
okay.
The book, and the thing is just read 15 minutes a day.
That's it.
If you read 15 minutes a day, you'll get the 1 book a month. 1 book a month equates to 12 books a year. If you read 12 books on this thing that you're trying to get better at, you will become better.
Anything you do consistently, you will be better at. Period.
Right? We love Steph Curry. He ain't just get up and just start shooting three. Oh,
And now that he's good, he didn't stop.
stop.
He's not like, oh, I'm a good 3-point shooter. I can sleep today.
I don't need to practice. I need to continue to practice to keep up the skill and to even better.
Can you keep
Right?
getting
And
better?
so that's just the thing that we have to understand.
No, 100%. Yeah. And I'm a big proponent of reading, not even just to get the knowledge. It helps to broaden my brain. Like just the way I think, how I think, and the kind of ideas I have. The more I read, the easier it is for me to come up with ideas. And that's why I say I'm a thief. Like it feels to me that like I need that kind of initial fuel and materials for me to make my own kind of stuff. Yeah.
And then it's also free content.
Yeah.
I read a book. I write down some notes.
Dang, that's
get a few
crazy.
things out the book. Guess what? I go to my audience and share with them, hey, I'm reading this book, and this is what I learned from it. And now I can show you. And now I'm taking
Free game.
I'm taking you on a journey every month. I'm reading a new book.
Right.
And so now I'm reading this book this month. This is what I got.
Right.
Next month, all right, I'm reading this book this month.
Right.
This is what I got from it. And as I continue to do that consistently, people be like, now they're looking forward to it.
What book you reading? What book you reading? Right.
Well, I read that book that you talked about. I knew it.
Yeah.
Now it's conversation. Now it's content.
Right.
So you're just getting so much from a book.
Right. And I love how just being consistent, finding good ideas that, again, really, really going 100% on that utility. How can I be as useful to my potential client as possible up front before we even met each other? Like, I just want to keep putting out good information so that it starts a conversation. It prompts a conversation. Because I think a lot of people right now in the marketing space are, hey, this is why my product is good. Hey, go to my page and check out all my stuff, right? And they're very salesy and pushy, right? And instead of providing good content, right? Letting the people find you, just become findable, right? Become more findable, and those who need you will come to you, right? Instead of trying to seek them out, right? Because the marketplace right now on like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, like you're competing with the same space that Pepsi and Coke and Facebook and everybody is on, right? They don't separate the feeds for like, everybody's on the same space. So if you don't have a way to kind of differentiate yourself, it's not going to work the way you want it to work.
You have to have that.
Yeah.
You have to stand out in the market. Why are you different?
Not to just bring them here, but to keep them here.
What's your attention grabber and
right?
The more value. Yeah. People think that this is what I tell people. People think that if I give out all the information, they buy me. But then it's just like, well, if you feel like you're giving out all your information, then you just don't know it.
You don't have a business.
You don't know enough.
You can't swindle the customer because you ain't got no business. You got it. Right.
In this field that you think you are.
Right. Yeah. The answer is the answer, right?
And not just always tell them because number one, that's gonna push you to learn more and be better.
Right.
If I give you my best information for free, I'm gonna have to now get better so I can have better information, right? But then also what you know now may not be good in a year.
Right.
Or like, let's say I'm talking about marketing. For marketing strategy or what's right now, I talk about or teach, but it might not be helpful in any.
And it might not be applicable to you.
Yeah.
What I try to tell people, because I did business coaching for a little bit, I'm just not upbuilt. I just found out I'm not really a people person. Like, I like to talk to people I like, but I'm not like, oh, I'm just going to deal with you because you pay me.
Definitely shows different here. You definitely try to let you a people person here. And so you fool me. I just want to say that you fool me. I promise you. A1.
You got good energy. You got good energy, right? Okay. So I'm like, I'm a chameleon.
It definitely is feeding off people vibe, right? Because it's gonna be somebody here that dry. All right,
and I can do it. Like I've learned to. I tell my wife all the time. I was like, I'm a chameleon. I will go into a room and I can feel everything that's happening, and I can't turn it off. So it's not like I can be like, oh, I'm going to feel all that, and then that's what's gonna come out. So like, it really is energy. But everybody I talked to today was really, really good. But what I try to tell people on a business aspect is, you don't know what you don't know, right? And that's why I'm big on, I needed to get a mentor this year,
sure.
right? And it's like, why would I continue to try to recreate the wheel when there's somebody who's already making it perfectly? You know what I mean? I'm out here struggling with cobblestone and there's somebody who got smooth wheels already. Why would I not just learn from that person so that I don't have to keep falling on my face, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do it yourself, with wanting to like have that experience. But even then, you're going to get to a point where you're going to realize I probably need a mentor. So I think it's important to humble yourself, to understand that you don't have all the answers. And it's much better to find somebody who's got more answers than you, because nobody's got all the answers, but they probably got a couple of questions answered that I'm asking myself right now. Yeah.
I our same business partner, our mentor, like your GPS. It's your GPS.
Got you. You can tell them where you want to go.
Tell them where I want to go, and they can get me
Plot you out.
and they can let me know.
That's crazy.
You know, like, okay,